One of the saddest relationship situations I keep seeing with women is emotional attachment without clarity. And the thing is, it doesn't usually start badly. That's why many women don't even realize that they are entering something dangerous until they're already deeply emotionally involved. Because when people talk about heartbreak online, they make it sound very dramatic. But sometimes heartbreak is quiet. Sometimes heartbreak is slowly investing your heart into what was never really moving forward. And that's what I want to talk about today. Hey lovelies, it's Dr. Precious Adegbola here, and if this is your first time tuning in, then you're most welcome to this YouTube channel. I want you to hit the subscribe button and join this amazing family. On this channel, we'll talk about everything the love of God, womanhood, relationship, marriage, and everything that just makes you thrive as a single woman or even a married woman. Okay, so this channel is a safe space for everyone who wants to thrive in their relationship and marriages. Okay, so hit that subscribe button, it's totally free. Okay, and you want to hit the bell icon so you'll be the first person to get notified whenever we post a new video. So let's get right into today's video. Many women are in relationships, or let me say situationships, that are feeding them emotionally but confusing them mentally. And confusion in relationship is not something we should normalize. There was this lady I heard about some years ago. She's very calm, very respectful lady, very good girl, the kind of girl that genuinely wanted marriage. No games, no unnecessary drama. You could tell she wanted something meaningful. And then she met this guy, and honestly, from the beginning everything looked good. The man was consistent, and that's what actually made the whole thing confusing, because people usually tell women when he's consistent, it's a good sign. And yes, consistency is important, but consistency alone is not enough. This guy called her every day, morning calls, night calls. He was constantly checking on her. Do you understand the vibe now? He was always up to date in her life. He knew when she was happy, knew when she was stressed, knew when everything was going right or left. So they were emotionally attached. And naturally, this girl relaxed because she thought that this was progress. And honestly, most women would have assumed the same thing. Because once someone becomes part of your daily life, your heart automatically starts creating expectations. You start imagining your future with him in it. You start thinking, oh, this might probably be my husband. Especially when the connection feels deep. Now, let me say this. One thing women need to understand is that emotional consistency can feel very similar to commitment. That's where the danger is. A man can consistently enjoy your presence without seriously planning a future with you. And if you don't know how to separate attention from intention, you will mistake closeness for direction. So this girl kept investing emotionally. Sometimes they would talk about marriage on a vague level, like sometimes things like, oh, we're going to get married soon, oh, I want to have a peaceful home, or when I marry you. There's no really concrete plan, no concrete discussion. It's just fantasies, expectations. He never actually defined anything clearly. And this is where many women miss it. Because when feelings are involved, we start completing the missing sentences by ourselves. We start interpreting silence. We start assuming intentions. We start reading meaning into things that were never properly communicated. So months passed, then 1 year passed, then another year. And somehow they were still in the same place. Emotionally attached, mentally confused. No clarity, no direction, no real intentional conversation. Now listen to me carefully. The signs were actually there from the beginning, and that is the painful part. Every time she brought up serious conversations about the future, he always felt uncomfortable. He always saw ways to just shrug it, to just leave it under the carpet. He never really wanted to have that conversation. Sometimes he would joke about it. Sometimes he would completely avoid it. Sometimes he'll be asking her, why are you overthinking things? Why are you rushing me? And because she didn't want to seem difficult, she kept quiet. And I think so many women do this. You see the signs, you notice inconsistencies, you feel unsettled. But because you are scared of losing the relationship, you choose silence. You stop asking questions. You stop pressing for clarity. And you settle for emotional comfort instead. Let me tell you something I've learned over the years. Confusion is not something to ignore, especially in relationships. Because when somebody genuinely knows what they want with you, clarity flows naturally. I'm not saying every relationship must lead to marriage instantly. No. But intentionality should be visible. Directions should exist. And honestly, I think social media has made this thing worse. Because people now think as far as he's calling me every day, as long as he's texting me every day, I'm fine. No, rara. Hey, daily communication is not commitment. You might not be the only one he's calling every day. So back to my story. One fateful day, she found out that this guy was seriously involved with someone else. And honestly, that part broke me when I heard it. Because after all the emotional investments, after all the years, after all the attachments, nothing really has been defined. And suddenly everything became clear. That's the thing about reality. It reveals itself eventually. And most times, it reveals itself after years have gone by. And this is why I keep telling women, see, don't build your future on assumptions. Ask questions. Ask questions. Be clear about your life. Observe patterns. Pay attention to directions. Another thing I've observed is that so many women are scared of clarity conversations because they feel like it will push the men away. But come, let me ask you something. If asking honest questions pushes someone away, what exactly were you holding on to in the first place? A lot of women are not lacking love. They are lacking discernment. And discernment is connected to honesty. You have to be honest with what you are saying, not what you are hoping for. Because once emotions become deep, it becomes hard to think clearly. That is why clarity must come before attachment, not after. And this is exactly why I and my husband came together to create the Ask First, Marry Later. Not because I think relationships should become interviews, but because many women don't know exactly what to pay attention to before getting emotionally attached. So they enter relationships blindly. They assume, they hope, they ignore signs, they avoid hard conversations. And years later, they realize that they were emotionally invested in confusion. The Ask First, Marry Later will help you slow down and ask relevant questions. What exactly am I building here? Is this relationship actually intentional? Are we aligned spiritually? Is there direction? Is there clarity? Am I seeing patterns I've been ignoring? And many more. Let me tell you one shocker. Heartbreaks can be prevented. Oh yes. Wisdom can save you from unnecessary situations. And I really want women to stop normalizing confusion. Love should not constantly leave you anxious. Connection should not leave you guessing all the time. You deserve clarity. So, if you're interested in getting the Ask First, Marry Later, comment clarity and I will send it to you. However, if you enjoyed this video, you learned a thing or two, there was something that resonated with you, or you can even relate to this story, I want you to share your story, share your comments, share what you learned in the comment section. And if there's a topic or if there's something you need clarity on and you want me to talk about it, please feel free to engage in the comment sections. I'm seeing all the comments and I will reply to them. I would engage with you all in the comment section. If you've watched to these parts and you've not hit the subscribe button, what do you want me to do to you? Are you not overly convinced that this is a place of knowledge, resource, inspiration, and change? Okay, as long as our paths have crossed, as long as you've seen my face, you're going to do better in your relationship and marriage. Thank you so much for being with me. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for tuning in, and see you same time, same place, same channel next week. Bye.